Okay, so we've got, if you're just joining, you're either grabbing a bolster and a blanket, or maybe your version looks like a big towel and a sofa cushion, or maybe your version looks like something totally different. So get that. We've got a Spotify playlist. The link is in the chat. Sometimes it's easier to just see it, so I'll show you both. If you're going to your Spotify account, you can type in this Kate Ward PDX. Playlist today is Enter the Temple being you. Okay. And then when you're ready, finding a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Placing your right hand over your heart center, your left hand over the right. Allowing the gaze to soften down towards the floor, letting the chin tuck in a bit, feeling the underside of the skull lengthening up to the ceiling. Sitting bone rooting down. Maybe close your eyes. And take a few smooth rounds of breath here. Letting these be the fullest and deepest breaths that you've taken all day. If you find that when you place your hands on your heart space, you start feeling anxious or jittery or uncomfortable in any way, I want you to know that this is very good news. And it means that all of those parts of yourself that are really needing a gentle and kind touch are rushing to the surface to be held by your own sweet and loving embrace. Stay with it. So I'll take a nice big full inhale together through the nose. And exhaling together through the mouth. And gently lift your gaze and your hands flow down. Okay, let's meet on the mat. You're not there, all right. We can start our playlist. And then if you have the capacity, put it on a low volume so that you can still hear my instructions clearly. All right. Starting with a very familiar shape. This will be the length of your spine. And then the towel or the blanket will make a pillow for your head. And this is up to you how big of a pillow that you like to have. I like to have a very large pillow underneath my head. So this will go on top of the bolster here. And then taking the soles of the feet to touch like we do, and laying back over your support. Snuggle the head support right in, and then take a minute to roll the tops of your shoulders down so that you feel your two shoulder blades coming together in the middle and your heart spilling open, taking the arms out to the sides, allowing the front of the throat to be soft. There's so much going on for all of us right now. It's really important that we take care of our nervous systems first. Finding your ujjayi breath here. Letting your breath really fill your shape. Let yourself have this moment. We're building up to a pretty challenging shape today. Starting from this place of ease, of peacefulness. We want to try and keep this going. Remembering that our goal here is not to get into the fancy shapes of it. Our goal here is to calm our bodies and our minds so we can move through our lives with more peacefulness. With a light touch and a light effort, trying to make the inhales and exhales. Allowing the hips to open to gravity. The belly is soft and receptive. And soften your face. Maybe gently smile. The corners of the mouth. Corners of your eyes. Letting this be your last round of breath in this shape. And at the bottom of your exhale, using the hands to bring the legs back together, soles of the feet to the mat. Go ahead and roll over onto your side body so you can come out of the shape gently and press yourself up. Moving the props off to the side, we won't need them again until the end of class. And then come to lay down on your back again, please. Creating some heat in the spine. Go ahead and walk the feet close to your hips. Inhale, the arms reach up and overhead, reaching through the fingertips, palms open to the sky. And we'll just do some tilting and tucking of the pelvis here, sort of like cat and cow, but just in the hips. And you can take this on your own breath. Doesn't matter to me which is the inhale or the exhale, just that you're matching. Take the gaze down towards your body or towards your legs. On your next inhale, you'll lift the hips up to the sky, coming into a bridge pose, reaching out through the inner knees. Inner knees like magnets towards each other, lifting up a little higher through the hips. Maybe you walk the feet in a little bit closer and lift the heels, coming up even higher, reaching through the fingers. On an exhale, lowering everything down, hips and hands with the breath. And we'll just do a few more like that. Inhaling, lifting arms overhead, hips high. Exhaling, setting everything back down. Two more of those. Inhaling, arms up and over, hips lift, reach up, hug the glutes at the top. And exhaling like a wave to lower down. Last one. Okay. Taking the legs all the way up to the sky, reaching through the feet. We'll just warm up the core a little bit here. Take the navel down towards the mat. It's okay if it's not completely flat. And then reaching through the balls of the feet, keep the left leg as it is, lower the right leg any amount. And then monitor your back. We want to keep it in this position. If it feels like it's beginning to peel up off the mat, then just take the leg a little closer to the sky. All right, lower again, any amount. Reaching through the balls of the feet. Let the inner thighs roll in towards the top of your mat, just a little bit. Okay, keep it going, lower a little bit more. Keep reaching through the balls of the feet. How are we doing here? So, okay, take it down maybe one more time, just to a hover. And then all the way back up to the sky. Okay, second side. Left leg is gonna come down just a little bit. Hold it here. Strong through the legs. You can imagine that the very top of the shin bone, you're like hugging the sides of it in towards the middle. This will really strengthen around the knees. Okay, reach out through the balls of the feet, lower a little bit more. Hold it here. A little bit more lower. Keeps hugging that navel back towards the floor. And then all the way, the lowest hover for you today. Hold it here. And then back up to the top. Okay, a little bit faster this time. Right leg's just gonna hover all the way to your low point, whatever that is, and then back up. And we'll do this 2 more times. Your lowest low, and then back up, monitoring the low back. 1 more time. Great, okay, 3 times second side. Send it down, and back up. Down, and back up. 1 more. Down, and back up. Wonderful. Okay, what do I have next for us? Figure 4. We'll take the left pinky edge of the left foot. We'll go right on top of the right thigh, and then let the right foot hang down. Figure 4. For today, you'll cactus the arms, and we're making circles with the hips. So bringing it close in and then over to the sides, and just feeling what this feels like for you. If there's one particular spot that feels sticky and you want to hang out, go right ahead, and then change directions and take a few the other way. Okay, let's come to stillness in the center. Grab for the clasp if it's available to you, and you can take the clasp on the shin or behind the thigh. As long as you can keep the back of your neck long, you know that you haven't overextended yourself. Breathing full into the outer hip. Lengthening the left side waist. Okay, we're going to keep the legs in this shape, but let the legs fall over to the right so that the sole of the left foot lands on the floor. Okay, good, we got it. And then we're just in this gentle twist. Arms cactus, knees can go opposite of your legs. It's our first of many twists today. Okay, listen carefully. You're going to take the left foot and place it on the right inner thigh. Yes. Now this might be plenty for your body and you'll stay here. If you're not feeling much and you'd like to move on, you'll take the right foot to your left hand and let them meet each other. You'll have to wiggle the legs a little bit to get there. And this will intensify the sensation greatly. If you're still looking for more, you can press down with the foot and you can take the right hand up and overhead and get a nice big stretch through the side body. Last breath here on this side. And with an exhale, release. Take the legs back up to the sky. And give them a little shake, shake, shake. And then we'll set up for figure 4 on the second side. So we've got the pinky edge of the right foot now coming to land on the left thigh. Let the left foot hang down, and we'll find those circles. And taking it the other way. Coming to stillness and finding the clasp that's right for you. Bringing your attention to that right hip crease, softening it into the body. Checking in with the back side of your neck. Is it nice and long? If it's not, and you feel like you're scrunching up on the back of your neck, then you need to let the legs go a little bit farther away from your body. You can be active on the pinky side of the foot, really pressing it into the leg. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. Finding our twist, letting the legs fall over to the left. Sole of the right foot lands on the floor. You can take your gaze opposite of your leg. And then finding our orchid pose. The sole of the right foot lands on the left inner thigh. You might stay here. This is a great place to work. If you're moving on, then you'll wiggle the legs a little bit, wiggle the hips, so that your right hand and your left foot can connect. Press down through the sole of the foot more and reach the left arm overhead, finding lots of length in the side body. Last breath here in this shape. And with an exhale, release. Bend the knees to 90 degrees. Take the arms out like a T-shape, palms face up to the sky. Let the ankles kiss, let the inner knees kiss, and keep them stuck together as you lower the legs any amount over to the right. They'll hover, they won't land. I want you to reach the bottom leg up to the top leg and try your best to keep both shoulders down on the mat. This is big stuff, so hold it here, keep breathing. Bring it back up to center, and same thing to the left side. Notice if it's a little different from side to side. If one side's a little tighter, a little less willing to twist. Keep lifting the bottom leg up to the top leg. Great job, hold it here. And take it back to center. Okay, going back to the first side, right side hovers. Now some of you will stay with this, others are feeling like they're gonna do more, and you'll lengthen the top leg so that the foot is hovering over the hand. Keep lifting the bottom leg up to the top leg. This is a lot of work. You might turn your gaze to the left. Hold it here. Bend that knee again, and then bring the legs back to center, and we'll go over to the other side, see what happens. Find your twist, either staying with it just as it is, or extending the top leg, seeing if that foot is willing to hover float over the left hand, and then you can take your gaze over to the right. Keep lifting bottom leg to top leg. Obviously the navel's quite engaged here. And come back to center, bending both knees. Okay, last round of this, we're gonna up the game a little bit. Going over to the right again. Maybe you straighten both legs this time, and you hover the feet over the hand. Really extending the legs towards your face. Hold it here, gaze can go left. Bend the knees, back to center, second side. Coming in when you're ready, holding it as long as it makes sense for you, hugging the knees up towards your face, holding it here, my goodness. Great job. Okay, back to center, hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe you bring your forehead up to meet the knees. If you're gonna curve your body, just spread the knees wide and give yourself a hug. Grabbing hold of either the pinky edges of the feet here or the ankles or shins, finding your way into happy baby. Gentle rock from side to side. I want you to really be active here in this one, so the legs are reaching to the sky, but the hands are firmly reaching you down towards the earth, really getting into the hips here. And you might even play with straightening one leg and then the other, or bringing one heel in close to your seat and then the other. Just let it be yours. Let your hips dictate what happens here. Just a few rounds of breath to play. Okay, this was a lot of fun, just kind of rolling around on our backs here. It's time to get working a bit. So we're gonna cross the shins, give yourself a nice big rock, and we'll meet in tabletop position. Coming into your all fours, let's warm up our wrists a little bit. Taking a nice gentle rock front to back. Letting the shoulders come well beyond the wrists. And then go ahead and point those fingers towards the edges of your mat. And we'll rock side to side. Taking those fingers and pointing them towards your knees. And then this time we'll take circles. Just maybe 2 or 3 in one direction, and then 2 or 3 in the other. Bringing the fingertips to face forward again. Couple rounds of cat and cow. Let's do 3. Inhaling, let the hips go high, gaze lifts. Exhaling, curling in, pressing the floor away. Inhaling to pull the heart through, lifting the sitting bones. And exhaling to tuck the heart in. Last round. Bring the big toes to touch. I want you to take your knees even wider than your mat if you can, and sit back into this really big child's pose shape. Just working the hips here a lot today. And then you'll come down into it any amount you want. If it feels good, you can stay tented up onto tippy fingertips, making it sort of a puppy pose shape. Really want you to find what's going to work best for your body in these shapes, and be your own teacher. You're discovering your own body and what it needs and listening to what it's asking for. Okay. And then making your way into downward facing dog. Pressing the ground away, pedaling through the feet. I've been really enjoying lifting my toes in this shape, getting deep into the calf muscles. And then everyone take your hips and sway them over to the right edge of your mat. Reach into the left hand, feeling the length in the side body. And then sway the hips over to the left, reaching through the right hand. One more time, swaying right and swaying left. Bringing the hips back to center, 3-legged dog, right leg high to the sky. Press the ground away, reach through the toes. Keeping this leg lifted, shift forward into plank pose, 3-legged plank. Some of you are feeling feisty today. You're going to come up onto your left fingertips. Maybe the left finger, one with the pointer finger. Some of you will hover, I don't know if I will, hover that hand off the mat, maybe extend it alongside your ear. Hold it here. Take that hand down to the mat and lower all the way down to your belly. Tent the fingertips, press the tops of the feet down through the mat. I want you to roll your shoulders up to your ears and then send them down your back as you curl your heart forward and up, baby cobra. Press into the tops of the feet, and then you might watch me here if you can. You'll come down a little bit and then lift up to the right. Down a little bit, lift up to the left. Okay, join me when you're ready.
Let's do a few on each side. And last one left. Place the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, lift the thighs, press up, plank pose. Shift back, downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky, reach it long. Press the ground away, reach through the feet. Shift it forward, three-legged plank. Some of you will come to fingertips on the right hand. Some of you are like, yeah, right, this is enough already. That's cool too. Some of you will come to one finger on the right hand. Some of you will lengthen the right arm alongside the ear, hugging everything towards midline, lifting up through the navel. I'm gonna fall. And when you're ready, take the hand down to the mat, lower to your belly. Intenting the fingertips nice and wide this time. We'll take a nice big cobra pose. Rolling the shoulders up to your ears, down your back, reaching through the legs, curling the heart up. And exhale lower. Take the hands, place them underneath your shoulders. Please tuck the toes, lift the thighs, press up one line plank, and back to downward facing dog. Tippy toeing the feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there, and forward fold. Soften the knees as you rise all the way up. Upward salute, fingertips to the sky, gaze lifts. Exhale your prayer into heart center. Okay, let's move a bit. Here we are. Inhale the arms up to the sky. You can't see me, so I'm gonna kneel down. You don't kneel down, you stand. And you're gonna grab opposite elbows, okay? Making cup the elbows, great. Inhale here, press down through the feet, reaching up through the elbows. Feel yourself getting longer in the side waist. And then put a gentle bend in your knees, hinge at the hips, flat back, keeping the arms alongside your ears. And then keep lowering in until you're in a forward fold. That's it. Press down into the feet. Inner thighs turn on. You might do that same action here where the very top of the shin bone feels like it's gathering into the middle, like it's pulling in from the inner edge and the outer edge, gathering right underneath the middle of your kneecap there. Lifting the femur bones up to the sky, hugging the navel up a bit. Making sure the weight is more in the balls of the feet than the heels. Inner thighs rolling to the back edge of your mat just a bit. Trying to release the outer hips with your breath. Was that enough cues? Jeepers. Maybe pick one of those things and work on it for a minute. Okay, inhaling, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, right foot steps to the back of the mat, low lunge. Take the back knee down to the mat. Fingertips come to the left thigh. Press the thigh away. Feel your spine rising up to the sky. Keep your right hand where it is. Left fingertips reach out in front of you towards the front edge of your mat. Yeah? We're going to keep these fingertips reaching as they trace a line on the ceiling and then make their way all the way to the back edge of your mat. It's a big ask for the spine. Being wherever you are, opening up across the chest, and using the right hand to make sure that the knee doesn't splay out to the side. Some of you will let this hand continue traveling down until it finds the hamstring on the right side. Opening up across the chest again, rolling that shoulder open, the left one. Some of you will take this farther by taking the right hand fingertips to the sky. Reverse piece. Maybe you sink the hips a little bit deeper here. Anjaneyasana, heart forward, fingertips to the sky. Press back, downward facing dog. Right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Open up the hip here. Take the heel towards your seat and then lift your kneecap up to the sky as much as you can. And then straighten the leg, reach through the toes, press the ground away. Turn the hips now so that those lifted toes point down towards the mat. Keep this, shift forward, three-legged plank. Three-legged vinyasa if you dare, and then gently land the foot, rising up. Upward facing dog. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Right leg high to the sky again. Take it knee to the back of the arm and send it up high. Knee to the back of the arm and send it up high. Step it through between the hands. Tent up onto fingertips and lift the back leg. It's a half warrior three. Back inner thigh to the sky, reach the heart forward. Flex the foot and place it down next to the right. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale your prayer into heart center. Same thing, again. Inhale, upward salute. This time grabbing opposite cup of the elbows, the awkward way. Reaching up through the elbow tips, pressing down through the feet. Draw the navel back, maybe a slight bend in the knees as you hinge forward into a flat back shape. And continue going until you get into your forward fold. Once in your forward fold, you might tighten up around the knees, straightening the legs. Lifting the femur bones up to the sky, sitting bones to the sky. Let the navel draw back and relax your toes. Inhaling flat back. Left foot steps to the back of the mat with a lunge. Gaze and heart forward, reach through the feet. Take the back knee down to the mat. Take your hands to the right thigh. Press the thigh away, feeling the torso rising up in space. Keep the left hand where it is. Right fingertips point forward. Reach out through the fingertips. Continue reaching as you trace a line across the ceiling and all the way towards the back of your mat. It's a big ask for the side chest here to open up. Being patient with your body. Inner thighs hugging towards midline. Hips hugging towards midline. Let this hand reach back for the hamstring. Maybe, let's stay here for a moment, rolling open across the shoulder. If it seems like it will be pleasant for you, you can reach the left hand up to the sky. Maybe the hips sink a little bit deeper as long as you can keep that front knee hugging in towards midline. Okay, Anjaneyasana, the regular way. Fingertips to the sky, heart forward, low back bend. Hands come down to the mat, downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Opening up the hip here, take the heel in towards your seat. Send your kneecap towards the sky. Straighten the leg and reach through the toes as you press the ground away with your hands. Turn the hips so that the toes point down towards the mat now. Keep this and shift forward, three-legged plank. Maybe there's a three-legged vinyasa for you here, chaturanga. Lower the foot gently, untuck the other foot, and rise up, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg high to the sky. Take it knee to the back of the arm and back up, three-legged dog. Two more of those, knee to the back of the arm and up to the sky. Last one. And then go ahead and step between the hands or close to. Tent up on fingertips. It's the half warrior three. Just straighten up both legs. Reach the heart forward. Reach through the back foot. Flex the back foot. Place it down on the mat next to the right. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up, upward salute. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Okay, this next one has a modern shape. I just want to make sure we all know it. It's OMG. So you'll be in a figure 4 chair pose like this. And then I'll say OMG, and you'll be like, okay. You take this lifted leg, curtsy it back behind, and then bow the head off. Okay, let's do it together. Come to the top of your mat. Inhaling chair pose. Take the right foot over the left, figure 4 chair, and sink the hips a little deeper. It's okay to hold on to a wall or a chair or a table here. Some of you will be able to continue bending deeper, keeping the heart parallel to the mat. Keep pressing into the pinky edge of the foot and keep it going. If you feel like you can go and press the fingertips down, you can do that. And you can let the head drop off. Keep sinking the hips here and breathing. Inhaling back up. OMG, take that foot behind, curtsy lunge, let the head fall off, fingertips up and back behind you. Okay, big toes to touch, back to chair pose. Taking a twist to the right, slide your prayer into heart center, hook the elbow, and find your twist. It might be helpful to take this top arm to your bottom ribs and rotate them open a little bit more, and then return your hand to the prayer. Breathe in here. Get this connection nice and strong between the arm and the leg. And we're going to do the unthinkable here and lift this left leg up off the mat. Send it back. So now we're in a prayer twist lunge. Yes, and you did it. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Holding strong in our prayer twist. Inhaling up, high lunge. And exhaling open, warrior 2. Okay, I want to be able to face you. Hopefully this one won't confuse me. Okay, warrior 2, here we are. Opening up. Send the shoulders up to the ears and then roll them down your back and send them out to the middle fingertips. Inhaling up, high flying warrior, all 10 toes to me, reach up to the sky. And then slide a prayer into heart center, goddess pose, heels in, toes out. You can rock it back and forth a little bit if you'd like. We won't be here long. Inhale back up, high flying warrior. Opening up, warrior 2. Let's try this a couple more times. Inhale, high flying warrior. Exhale, goddess pose. Hold it here. Inhale, high flying. Exhaling, warrior 2. One more time, okay? Inhale, high flying. Reach up. Exhaling, goddess pose. Sink deep. Yes. Inhaling up, high flying. Exhaling, warrior 2. Peaceful warrior, tip the front fingertips to the sky. Maybe you take a half bind back behind you and reach for the inner thigh. Either way is fine. Coming into your extended side angle shape. It's okay to take a block to the outside of the foot and then press down into the feet. You might feel the hips rise up a little bit. That's good news. And then lengthening out through the spine, curling the heart up to the sky. Finding that line of strength that runs all across your left side body. Beautiful. Hands down to the mat. Frame the foot. We're going for a low lunge twist, twisting towards the front leg. Strong in the legs. Let the navel help you to revolve. And then take the hands down to the mat. Frame the front foot. Stepping back, three-legged dog. Sliding forward, three-legged plank. Three-legged vinyasa is optional here. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Right leg high to the sky, reaching the toes out, reaching through the hands. We're going for toe taps, so you'll keep everything as it is, Slowly lower the big toe down, let it gently tap the mat, and then rise it back up to the sky. And again. Keep it going. You're halfway there. Last one. Rise it high, step between the hands, half warrior 3, and forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, upward salute. Exhaling, hands prayer at heart center. Again, this time we'll go for our figure 4, left leg rises, so chair pose. Left foot on top of the right thigh. Sending the hips and the fingertips away from each other and begin lowering in. Maybe the heart can come down parallel to the mat. Maybe you hold on to a chair or a wall or a ladder. Maybe you take the fingertips down to the mat. Inhaling back up, OMG, curtsy lunge, let the heart drop off. Coming back to your chair pose. When you're ready, slide that prayer through heart center, twisting over to the left. Check to see that your knees are in one line, sending the hips back, navel draws up. You might take that top arm to the low ribs and help that to revolve your torso a little bit more. Getting the connection between your leg and your arm nice and strong. When you feel ready, stepping back into your prayer twist lunge. Right foot steps back. High lunge, rising up. Opening up, warrior 2. Reaching out through the fingertips. Inhaling, high flying warrior. Exhaling, goddess pose. Inhale, high flying. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, high flying. Exhale, goddess. Sit low. Inhale, high flying. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhaling here. Exhaling here. Last time, high flying. Gaze lips. Slide that prayer into heart center and watch it come down as you go into your goddess pose. Letting the tailbone be heavy, taking the chest back in space and in. Inhaling up, high flying. Opening up, warrior 2. Tip it up, peaceful warrior. Maybe you find that half bind again. Getting long in the side body and then coming into your extended side angle shape. Pressing down through the feet. Sending the bottom hip towards the top hip and at the same time lengthening the inner thigh forward. It's a tricky maneuver. Reaching out through the crown of your head, sending the tailbone down towards your back heel. Staying with your breath. Taking the hands down to the mat, frame the front foot, let the back heel spin up, finding low lunge twist, twisting towards the front leg. Pressing the ground away, legs are firm, reaching for the fingertips. Take the hands down to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Coming through a three-legged vinyasa if you'd like. And meeting back in downward facing dog. Taking that left leg high to the sky again, exploring these toe taps on the second side. Lowering the toe down, big toe touches gently and rises back up. Trying to keep everything else stable and still. Going for 10 of these. Two more. And last one. Rising that leg up to the sky and stepping between the hands or close to. Tenting up on fingertips, half warrior three, reaching the heart forward. Flexing the back foot, placing it down next to the left, half lift, lengthen the spine, and fold on in. Inhaling all the way up, upward salute, and exhaling your prayer into heart center. Okay, and again, figure four. Coming into chair pose, right foot comes on top. A little bit faster this time, we're gonna fold in, reach the hips back behind you, fingertips out in front of you. Rising up, OMG, take that foot back behind you, head drops off. Coming back to your chair pose, sit the hips low, taking a twist over to the right. And staying here for a few rounds of breath. If side crow or Ekapada Kundanyasana variations are in your practice, this could be a fun place for it. So either staying here, or you'll drop your hands down to the mat, let the heart hover in between the thumbs, send the chin forward as you lift the legs, maybe you straighten them here. Coming back to side crow, and then coming back to your twist. Stepping the left leg back into your lunge. Yeah. Rising up, high lunge. Inhaling here, strong in the legs. Opening up, warrior two. Straight piece, straighten the front leg. Front fingertips to the sky. Maybe you find a half bind behind your back here. Coming into triangle pose, tipping forward. The invitation, if you like, is to keep the arm extended, that bottom arm, to help you lengthen out the underside of the waist. This doesn't have to happen. You're welcome to have any variation in the arms that will serve you. Okay, bending into the front leg, coming back to extended side angle. If you'd like, you can go for the full bind here. Letting both palms face out, finding your shape. Releasing the shape, hands come down to frame the foot, low lunge twist, twisting towards the front leg. If you'd like, you can walk the fingers to the outside, I'm not there yet, to the outside of that front foot and increase the twist a bit more. Taking the arm alongside the ear, reaching. And then framing the front foot, stepping back, three-legged vinyasa here if you'd like. Right leg high to the sky, reach it long, and step between the hands. Half lift, warrior three. Flex the foot, place it down, fold in. Inhale, rise all the way up, upward salute. Exhale your prayer into heart center. Figure four chair pose, rise it up, left leg on top. Send the heart forward, hips back. Getting deep into the hips here. OMG, rise it up, let the torso drop off. Chair pose. Slide your twist through heart center, find your prayer to the left. Either staying here, if you'd like to play with the arm balance, taking the hands down to the mat, Centering the heart between the hands and lifting off. Coming back to side crow, back to your chair pose twist. And when you're ready, stepping back right side. Inhaling up, high lunge. Opening up, warrior two. Inhaling up, straight piece, straightening the front leg, maybe finding that half bind behind your back. And then coming into your triangle shape. Front inner thigh is rolling open. And you're countering this action by reaching down through the front big toe mound. Taking the gaze wherever it will serve you today. Lengthening your tailbone down towards your back heel. Using the breath to steady you, steady the mind, steady the shape. Bending into the front leg, finding that extended side angle once again. Maybe the full bind is there for you. Taking a few rounds of breath here in this shape. Hands come down to the mat, low lunge twist, twisting towards the front leg. If you'd like to take it deeper, you can fingertip the hand to the outside of the foot. Taking the arm alongside your ear, reaching. Hands come down to the mat. Take it back, three-legged vinyasa if you'd like. Left leg high to the step. Stepping between the hands, lifting off, half warrior three. Flex the foot, place it down and forward fold. Inhale brings you all the way up, upward salute. Exhale your prayer into heart center. I have at least 25 more minutes of class planned for us here. So let's see what we can do with what we got, condensing a little bit. Okay, we're gonna get right to it. This is a pretty serious arm balance that we're getting into. You're welcome to stop at any point along the way. It's going to start off with what we've already done, which is that figure four chair pose. Okay, so we're here. Great. Now we're gonna take chair pose twist and figure four and sandwich them together. So you've got your prayer. We're gonna try to twist so that the foot, this is like unbelievably hard. You're gonna take the foot and let it land between your elbow and your shoulder, and then be here. Now, I had to practice this for like at least 6 months before I could just get into this part of the shape. If you've never done this before, this is the part where you're gonna be super patient and gentle with yourself. If you've already been practicing this part for a while, stage 2 is to bend the hips, take the hands down to the mat, let that heart center over between the two thumbs, bend the arms like chaturanga, trust yourself, and lift off. Grasshopper. Come back up as gracefully as you can, and set the project down. Whew, how did that go? This would be a great one to text message me about on the Fit Grid, because we can't actually talk right now, and I'm so curious how this is going. Let's try it on the second side and see what happens to us, okay? Just for fun, here we go. Left, or which leg is this? Right leg up, figure four. Okay, bending in, we're like, hey hips, how you doing? Are you cool with this? And then if they're like, yeah, this is cool, then you're gonna take your elbow here and see if you can get that sole of your foot to land somewhere between the elbow and the shoulder. And the higher up you get the foot, the easier the pose is when you get in. So keep it here for a hot minute and just, let this be okay before moving on. I think I'm okay. All right, we're gonna come down, take the hands down, arms like chaturanga, let the elbows magnet together. Oh, this side's a little harder. And we're here. Maybe the leg goes out. Maybe you breathe, maybe you fall. Either way, let it be fun. And then coming back up. When you're ready, I can Hang for like half a breath in there. Or here. And heart center. Thank yourself for trying. Whatever happened is just perfect. And then let's come down to our backs. Actually, that's not what I planned for us. Down to your bellies, please. Sorry about that. And we'll take the arms out long in front of us, palms face up to the sky, offering pose. Let your forehead come down and rest on the mat. Straightening ourselves out after all of that excitement. Reaching through the legs, reaching through the arms. Taking the fingertips now, tenting them on the mat like baby cobra, just like we did in the beginning of class. Pressing the tops of the feet down, sending the pubic bone down into the mat, the tailbone towards your heels. We'll take the shoulders on a nice shoulder roll them up to the ears, down the back, and curl the heart up. Then just like we did, we'll come down a bit and reach up to the right, down a bit and reach up to the left. And undoing all of the curling in that we just did. Opening up, letting it feel good, only coming up as high as your body wants. Okay, one more to each side. And then we'll take the fingertips out wide and take that nice big cobra pose. Let the inner thighs roll up towards the sky, press the tops of the feet down. Press into the fingertips and roll the shoulders up to the ears and down the back as you curl up. Gaze down the tip of your nose, opening up the throat if it feels good for you. And set the whole project down. Making a pillow out of your hands, rest your head to one side. Resting the head to the other side. Pressing back to child's pose. Allowing your forehead to rest on something. So you could take your blanket from earlier today and rest it on there. You could take your sofa cushion and place that in front of you, letting this be a really nourishing variation of child's pose. If you have your head turned to one side, turn it towards the other side. Rising up slowly, head coming up fast. Your choice for Shavasana today. You might be flat on the mat, or you might take the same shape that we took in the beginning of class. Soles of the feet to touch, a cushion along the length of your spine, and a blanket for your head. You could also have the legs out long, but keep the same shape in the upper body. Whatever you choose, making your way in now, taking a moment to slide the shoulder blades down your back. And then really letting yourself settle here. This shape is good for anxiety and depression. One of those magical shapes that both calms nerves and jitters and anxious feelings and thoughts, and at the same time gives us energy. It's a good one to have in your toolbox. Letting yourself surrender into the floor of thought. Giving into gravity. Staying in your Shavasana for just a few more rounds of breath. This is written by Lama Gendam Rinpoche. He writes, happiness cannot be found through great effort and willpower, but it is already there in relaxation and letting go. Happiness cannot be found through great effort and willpower, but it is already there in relaxation and letting go. Taking one final deep inhale and exhale in your shape. And making your way onto your side body. Pausing there for a moment. And when you're ready, coming on up to a final seat.
palms in prayer at heart center. Thank you, friends.